name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am also your soul brother, number 1. I just want to make a short commentary. I always say that I end up going. How you doing there, Jamar? We got Jamar in the house. What's up? What up? What up? Technical difficulties. The topic that we chose for these few minutes: Black people man, I'm getting senile. I forgot what the title is. Oh, black people take time as a joke. So, brothers and sisters, we take time as a joke. As a people or as a group, also as individuals. As individuals, I am guilty of taking time as a joke. Not only the time, but we take opportunity as a joke. When I was filing, and some of you are probably familiar with the legal system, the court system, and you know when you are sharing information with the court and you're sending motions and making pleas back and forth to the court, you have 30 days. When somebody responds to you, you have 30 days to respond back. If somebody sue you, you have 30 business days to respond what you want to do. If you do not, the consequence is that person automatically wins their case. And of course, we don't want that. So even if it's on the last day, you want to respond so that you can take this to court, you can defend yourself or whatever. But you are limited in time.
Speed warning.
You don't have forever. You can't wait till next year. You got 30 business days to respond. Have you ever gotten off from your job? Or maybe you come from a club late at night, you just out, and something in your mind tell you, when you look at gas prices, go ahead and fill up your tank. And you said to yourself, nah, I'm tired. I'm going home. I get gas tomorrow. And when you get gas tomorrow, overnight, the gas prices went up 30 cents, 40 cents, maybe even $1. And you said, damn, I should have got gas. But you miss
Speed warning.
the opportunity because you took time as a joke. You was in the position to get your gas, but you're tired, or whatever the reason was, you decided, nah, I can wait till tomorrow. But when tomorrow came, the time changed. When tomorrow comes, the gas was not the same price as it was yesterday. Black people take time as a joke. We think mama gonna always be there. We think daddy always gonna be there. We think our job always gonna be there. It is time for you to get an oil change. And you said, nah, I can wait a little longer. It's not that serious. When it's time for an oil change, you need to get that old oil out of your car. Because if you don't get that old oil out your car, it can cause problems because it's dirty. It's time for oil change. But many of us, we have no respect for time. So we let that old oil sit in the car, and then that old oil causes another problem you would not have had you took the time serious and changed the oil when you knew it should have been changed. There is no farmer who is trying to make a crop who's going to disrespect time. It is springtime. The first thing a farmer has to do is you have to turn over the soil. You have to prepare that soil for the seed. There's a process that you do according to the time. If you don't, you're not going to get the yield, you're not going to get the crop that you should have got, or you might not get nothing at all. So you have to take advantage of the time and opportunity. I look at us as individuals. I look at us as a group or a people. And we don't respect time. We think that we have all the time in the world to do whatever we want when we feel like it. Well, I don't feel like buying gas for my car. I'll wait till tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, the price is higher, or there might not be gas at all. There are situations where you wish you had got gas, come to find out some type of crisis happened overnight, and there's no gas at all. Like, damn, I should have got my gas. Oh, it's too late now. Now you have to suffer the consequences of your action because you had no respect for time and you did not take advantage of your opportunity. There are many of us who suffer unnecessarily because we make as an individual, I am guilty of this. I am guilty of having no respect for time. I am guilty of making bad choices. I am guilty of not taking advantage of opportunity. I am guilty of all these things as an individual. I am guilty of making assumptions. Well, I assume certain things. And the reason why we assume certain things is because we respect the time and we don't take advantage of opportunity that time gives us. There are those of you, I don't want to make mockery, I do not want to make mockery of anybody, but there are those of us. Hey, how you doing there, Sister Rashida? There are those of us, we take advantage of the kindness of others.
Speed warning.
And they enable us. So, we can quit a job anytime we feel like it. We can do stupid stuff because you know they have your back. Your mother, your father, cousins, relatives, a friend. So you can disrespect the time and you can squander opportunity because they have your back.
Warning. Speed limit reduced ahead.
But then they lose their job. The person you was dependent upon, they might die. And you did not prepare. You did not take the advantage of time. You did not take advantage of the opportunity that they gave you. And so now you suffer. You cannot blame God. You cannot blame me. You cannot blame them. You can only blame yourself. Making bad choices, disrespecting the time, and not taking advantage of things that was given to you. And now you want to sit and simmer in self-pity because of your choices, not my choice. If you believe in God, it wasn't God's choice. You made the decision. You decided. If you live in the desert and when it rains, you don't put out some barrels, you don't put out some jars, something to catch that rainwater, whose fault is it? It's your fault. You live in the damn desert. It's your fault for not taking advantage of the rain because you don't know when it's going to rain again. That's your fault. It's not your mama's fault. It's not the government's fault. It's your fault. And now you want to sit around in self-pity because you didn't do what you should have done. Because you thought this is the way it's going to be forever. You think time don't change. Nobody is guaranteed a job. The coronavirus has messed up many people's paychecks. Some people not getting a paycheck at all. Some people's paycheck is not what it's supposed to be because the coronavirus, this hysteria with the coronavirus has disturbed the time. What it was yesterday because of the coronavirus is not what it is today. It's not the same. So it was like a changing overnight. And when we speak about the coronavirus, it's a lot of things, not only diseases, it's other things in the world that can change and affect our lives, and we don't take advantage of what we have. I tell you all the time in my videos, a lot of times I make videos not because I feel like it, but because I'm alive. There's no guarantee I will be alive in the next few minutes. So if I want to talk, if I want to get a message across, speak while I have the time, because time is not guaranteed to me. Some of you actually believe because you have a good job, because you get a lot of YouTube views and likes, you think that you're going to live forever. Don't you know people die all the time for no reason? They don't even know. People just kill over. They don't know why. Yeah, he just died. That's what we do on this planet. Things live, things die. Sometimes you know, most of the time you don't know. I was watching Savior's Day 2020, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan speaking. I'm watching all these people. I'm listening to his words. And again, I don't mean to disrespect. I don't mean to make mockery. I don't mean to belittle, but he's not saying nothing in accord with the time. And you're not taking advantage of the opportunity that you have because you think that you have all the time in the world, and you think your mommy and your daddy and your God or your cousin or somebody gonna save you, and you can mess up, make all the pitiful bad choices you want to, and everything is gonna be happy, 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 joy, joy, joy. The Nation of Islam and all this pro-black teachings and all this stuff, they have no respect for time. So they are passing up their opportunity to do what they need to do appropriately. Because God got their back. Some superpower got their back. And so I really don't have to do nothing except believe in God. You do know that at any time,
speed warning,
this country can suffer a severe drought. You do know at any time that the dollar bill could collapse. You do know that any time, and we see, the thing about it is we know all these things, and you're not taking proper precautions if you want to survive, if you want to live. What you see in the coronavirus is nothing compared to what can happen. I have heard among the pro-black circles, they understand that it can get so, it can get so bad that you are willing to kill family members over a loaf of bread. Now, some of us don't think that's possible. And that's another problem. We live in fantasy world. It can get so bad that you're willing to kill your mama over a loaf of bread. It has happened in the past. It can happen now. Sister Rashida says fighting over antibacterial spray. And see, this is the thing about diseases. when we use a lot of this antibacterial stuff, you do know that these diseases, a lot of them mutate. These diseases, they mutate, and those things are no longer effective in killing that bacteria, that virus. But it's not, it's we as individuals in our own personal lives, we're making some real bad choices, and we're not taking advantage of the opportunities that we get because we think it's going to be on the table forever. Now, I'm not a rich person at all, but I'm willing to sacrifice to help others. But instead of taking advantage of opportunity, people basically, they want to live off of you because they think that you're going to be there just to give and enable them forever. That's not how it works. And you shouldn't want to do that. All life on this planet, you should seek to be independent and take care of yourself. When you depend on another person, unless you are a child, if you are a child, if you have a childlike mentality, I understand. But as an adult, you should not want to depend on another adult for your survival, for your sustenance. You should not want to do that. Children have no choice. Depend on their mother and father. The so-called Negro in America, the reason why we behave and the reason why we do what we do is because we have a childlike mentality. Don't worry about nothing, because the white man got our back. We don't have to worry about nothing. Don't worry, the white folks will take care. The Caucasian people, they'll take care of the coronavirus. They'll make sure we got water if there's a drought. Don't worry about it. We are adults. Don't worry about it. God got my back. We don't have to worry about nothing. There's a consequence to this mindset. And the consequence is a lot of suffering, unnecessary suffering that you're going to find yourself in. I am guilty of these things. I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not guilty of myself. I put myself in a position where I voluntarily made myself dependent upon somebody else. And I end up homeless, end up struggling, all messed up. And this was after 10 years in the crazy house. I went from suffering from 10 years in the crazy house, and then I allowed myself to become dependent upon certain individuals when I should have just had faith and took advantage of the opportunity of the opportunities that I saw. So I'm not telling you, I'm not saying nothing I'm not guilty of. And I suffered really, really bad for that. Because I assumed, and I assumed wrong. So now, I depend upon myself. I have to look out for myself. I cannot depend on a cousin or an uncle or a sister or a brother or nobody. As long as I have my health, whatever opportunity, whatever advantages I can get, I have to depend on myself. We spend our money foolishly. We spend our money and waste a lot of money.
In 2.5 miles. Keep to the right on I-64 East, US 40 East,
You can be
US
buying,
61 South.
you can be buying, instead of blowing your money on cable and television and entertainment, you can be spending that money on insurance so that when something happened to you, your family is taken care of. How many of us, thank you, Sister Rashida, how many of us don't have any insurance? We are the breadwinners of our family, and we don't have no insurance at all in case something happened to us. Your children or your spouse, they don't have anything. And you know, nowadays, insurance don't cost a lot like it used to. Especially as you get older, there's not really too much excuse. You can get a $50,000 policy, $9 a month or something like that. Oh no, but God gonna handle it. Don't worry about it. Uncle so-and-so gonna handle it. My cousin gonna handle it. Don't worry. And this is where we make our mistake. Right, Sister Rashida is correct. Whole life insurance is the best. Absolutely. We waste a lot of money on things. I know that some of us, we don't have a lot of income. But even those of us who don't have a lot of income, you throw away a lot of money because you want to enjoy yourself.
Keep to the right on I-64 East, US 40 East, US 61 South.
Because you want to enjoy yourself. But see, the problem is when you are in a survival situation, you can't enjoy yourself. It's better to get that insurance policy. It's better to do things to cover yourself in case of emergency. But you know, we want to enjoy ourselves. We want to go to the movies. We want to go out and eat all the, expensive food. And who knows what these people are doing in these restaurants? They spitting in your food.
Continue on this road.
They coughing on your food, giving you coronavirus. Don't tell me about being poor. I'm still poor, been poor all my life. And I know how we throw away money. Poor people throw away a lot of money. Or you're not as poor as you claim. How can you claim being poor and you can buy $300 Jordan tennis shoes? When I was growing up and we was poor, my tennis shoes cost $5. We was poor.
Speed warning.
How can you claim to be poor and you can buy $300 Jordan shoe. Not as poor as you claim. No, you throw away a lot of money.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
I was told that black people of America, if we was our own nation, we would have a gross national product to be the 10th, 11th richest nation on the planet. What does that tell you? And this is another thing about being poor. If we so poor, how come y'all fat as hell? You poor and you 300 pounds. Poor people don't eat good. You don't see poor people at 300 pounds. They don't have the food. They don't have the food, especially the junk food, to eat to end up 300 pounds. Y'all eating real good. You poor, and a lot of y'all got a car. You got the internet, but you're poor. You're the best poor people ever that existed on the planet. You poor, and you oppressed. You are oppressed, and you drive $50,000 cars, and you get to go watch movies that cost $15, $20 a shot, but you oppressed. You're the best oppressed people ever existed on the planet. You're the richest poor people on the planet. You're the wealthiest poor people on the planet. That's why when we talk, nobody really takes us serious. Y'all oppressed. There are Caucasian people who look at us in the hills of Virginia and Tennessee and see, I drive out there. I see how those poor Caucasian people live. And they will look at you and tell me, how dare you tell about you poor. I go into some of those hills of Virginia and Tennessee where some of these poor Caucasian people live, and it's like living in a trash dump. I see this with my own eyes. I need to take some pictures because some of y'all don't believe it. It looked like a damn garbage dump. These people live in old raggedy, broke down mobile homes. They driving cars from the 1940s, 50s. I see this with my own eyes. I don't need no pro-black and black folks to tell me nothing. The citizens of America, period, are suffering. The government don't give a damn about you, black or white or Chinese or any. Everybody's on their own. And each group is looking out for themselves. And this is a mistake, a serious mistake, the so-called Negro in America make. I understand that we all American citizens, but everybody in this country don't think like you and me. Because as far as black folks is concerned in this country, we are Americans. But the Caucasians and the Chinese and the Arabs and everybody else here, they don't look at the situation like that. They are out for themselves. So the Negro, the African American, or whatever you want to call yourself, we are making a serious mistake You know, it reminds me. It reminds me of when we put gas in our car. When you put gas in your car, you need to take advantage of everything that you can do with that gas in your car. But we get in the car, and we just run around for fun because we can afford.
Speed warning.
We just go for joy rides and things of that nature because we assume when I get low on gas, the gas station always gonna be there. You wanna know something? These people fight and buying up hand sanitizer. I don't know, for some reason, I just bought hand sanitizer for myself. I didn't have to run out and buy hand sanitizer. I always had a stock of hand sanitizer because I like hand sanitizer anyway. And I always have toilet paper. And so now you got folks, because of the hysteria of the coronavirus, they out there fighting over toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and all this stuff. You could have had this stuff in your house all the time. But we are reactionary. We are reactionary people. This is a reactionary society. We don't think about nothing. We don't think about nothing until something actually happens. I have one of those, I invested in camping supplies. If the electricity go out, I'm prepared because I have all this camping stuff. You know, when you go camping, there's no electricity out there. So I have all these camping supplies. I have an oven and a kerosene oven and other things, sleeping bags, camping supplies. Also, I try to keep my body conditioned not to depend on air conditioning, which I don't like air conditioning anyway. Let your body's supposed to be able to naturally sweat when it get hot and cool yourself off. But when you're under air conditioning like that, it disrupts the natural flow of your body to respond to heat. So when the electricity go out, people start having these heat strokes. Their body don't sweat like it's supposed to, don't cool off. When I was growing up, when I was a child, we didn't even have air conditioning. When I was a child, we didn't have electricity. We did not have water in the house. So I know how it is not to have electricity, not to have water, air conditioning. I know how it is.
Speed warning.
And I try to, and over the years, I've tried not to allow myself to get comfortable in modern crap because it's not guaranteed. It can go out on you at any time. It can go out for a few days. It can go out for a week. It might go out for a year. It might go out forever. Because we think time don't change. Time changes for the best. Time can also change for the worst. You don't have to worry about the best. Changing time for the worst is the problem. And we are and have become an unnatural people because in nature, all animals respect the time. All animals understand that what you have today, you might not have tomorrow. They understand these things by instinct. And we should know these things. One of the most favorite topics by the Nation of Islam is the time and what must be done.
Speed warning.
They've been teaching this for 90 years. The time and what must be done. You should not be teaching the time and what must be done.
Speed warning.
You should be teaching is the time and what we done and what we're doing. Since you know the time and what must be done, if you know what must be done, now it should be the time and what we're doing, not what must be done. But when you listen to Farrakhan and when we listen to the pro-black community and comedic folks and these people that decode human activity and whatever, there you see they don't have respect for time. Because they really don't know what to do.
Speed warning.
They really don't know what to do. So they just give you a show. And they play with your emotions. But when it's all said and done, what do we do? Farrakhan, what do we do? He don't give an answer. A 3-hour speech, and he spends more time talking about how he's a perfect man and how he's connected to God. That's nice, sir. What do we do? How does your being connected to God and you, Mr. Perfect, how does that help us? He does not know what to do. And so you throw around some beautiful scriptures that basically don't tell you nothing. In the pro-black community, the same stuff, because they're religious too. Throw out some scriptures and they don't know what to do. And then when somebody rises up to tell you, this is what we should do, then you laugh and you make mockery. I'm telling us, this plan, Mississippi campaign, it's the appropriate activity, and if you listen to even what they say, you will hear the Mississippi campaign. You will hear the plan. You will hear the appropriate activity, the action. Because clearly they don't know what to do except give a good speech. And that's not going to help you. That's not going to help us. So you are wasting time and you're not taking advantage of your opportunity. So when you go to your sink tomorrow and you turn the faucet on and there's no water, did you put a little water away? Do you have a little something? You drink milk, you drink orange juice, you get these gallons of water, take the tap water, put it in a jug, put it under the bed somewhere. Our people don't have nothing. So if you wake up one day and there's no electricity, there's no water, there's nothing, what you think gonna happen? And those of you who are smart enough to put away a little something, something. You better be careful, because when people don't have nothing, they're gonna come and take yours. So I understand this. If I tell you I have camping this and I have this and that and that, that don't mean it's with me where I live. People would come and say, you know, Sister Rashida says she got water and food at her house. Let's find out where she lives and come and take what you got. That's what will happen. Your best bet is keep whatever you have on the down low. Keep it to yourself. Don't run around telling your neighbors and your people what you got and what you're doing, because when things get bad, they're gonna come looking for you. We know where we can get some water. We know where we can get some canned food. And your money don't mean nothing. Your money don't mean nothing when water is not available. Your money means nothing when food is not available. So all them hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars that people got in the bank and whatever don't mean nothing at all. You may say such scenario will not happen. And see, this is where I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be out of here. This what makes the so-called Negro, black people in America, this is what makes us vulnerable, because other groups who are united, other groups who are together, they can see that we're all divided and just come in and take whatever we got and kill us wholesale, because we have no plan, we have no organization to defend ourselves. We have no organization, we're not united to do nothing for ourselves, so we are easy targets. And so I am not, when I come here, I don't use fear to try to convert you or make you believe anything. I'm telling you and giving you a scenario of what can happen. If such situation happen, and these other groups, it's just like, an easy example is this. If you are in prison, a lot of people join gangs, they join groups in prison because as an individual, you're gonna have a hard time. I don't care how bad you are, I don't care how tough you are, if a group of people, if a group of 10 men catch you in the right spot, you're not gonna be able to fight off 10 men. And if they want some booty, they gonna get your booty. Okay, that's just the bottom line. I don't care how tough you are, I don't care how bad you think that you are, you're not gonna fight off 10 men. And they want your booty, it's just good as got. They hold you down, and each of them take their turn raping you. And then when you get out of prison, you too embarrassed to tell somebody what happened to you. Matter of fact, that's how a lot of guys get turned out, because they got raped in prison. Over and over again.
Speed warning.
What can we do as small as individuals or in these small groups? What we gonna do against organized groups of people?
Speed warning.
What can we do against them? They just coming, just like what we're doing right now. The Chinese, the Arabs, everybody coming to the black community and set up shop. We're What you think gonna happen when nothing's available? They gonna come and just take what you got. And they're not your friend. They'll blow your brains out and go on about their business. They smile on your face right now because they want your money. How you doing, sir? How you doing, ma'am? Can I help you? Because they want your money. But in a situation like that, they don't have to be your friend. Come in, bring their guns or whatever weapons they got, and take what we have. That's just the reality of it, brothers and sisters. And Farrakhan and these other black folks, they too busy trying to convert you to a religion, too busy trying to convert you to some comedic science to prepare ourselves for the worst scenario. So you do know that if something like that happens, you know that that's the end of us. You do know that, right? You do know that's the end of the African American. You do know that would be the end of all of us, period. That would be the end. And whatever survives will not be thinking about us at all. Whatever survives.
Speed warning.
It's not going to be thinking about you and our history or whatever. And so the new world order will not include you. And they will be rapping, and they will take credit to be a rapper, or whatever it is that we done, they will take credit. Who's to say? You won't be around to say yes or no. Another people, and they do it all the time. Matter of fact, these pro-black folks do it all the time. They steal and plagiarize the history and accomplishments of people who are extinct. The pro-black folks do it. There's nobody around to say, that's our stuff, you don't have nothing to do with it. So the pro-blacks are kings and queens. Never, in real life, they've never been a king, never been a queen, never been a warrior, never been a damn thing, but they use somebody else's history. They steal history and plagiarize from other folks so they can claim, I'm a god, I'm a warrior, I'm a king and a queen. There's no evidence to show you've ever been a queen, a king, a god.
Speed warning.
You never had a nation of your own, never. The only thing we know is living with white folks
Speed limit
and being a damn slave. That's the only thing you know. And you're still a slave to this day. A chocolate-covered European. That's all we are. Copycats. Nothing but dark-skinned versions of white folks. I don't give a damn how you holler black power and the melanin and the pineal gland and all this other, and the carbonation. You're nothing but dark-skinned versions of Europeans. That's all you know. That's all you will ever be. You can pretend, but anybody who is around you can tell you're not an Aboriginal, you're not an African. Anybody be around you and listen to you run your damn mouth, that you don't sound like no African. You don't sound like no native person. They don't talk like that. You talk like a European. Your value system is like a European. You have a lust for material things. I want six cars and 8 houses and 3 swimming pools. You materialistic just like the Peckerwood. You're just like them. Your idea of family is just like them. Everything about you is like them because that's all you know. That's all you ever been. We make a serious mistake when we disrespect time. and don't take advantage of the opportunity because we think opportunity always gonna be there. We think we have all the time in the world. I say this, I want to get out of here to give you another very simple example. Some of you don't like the sisters
Speed warning.
that's on public assistance, welfare. They lazy and blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't have to worry about them because time is not on their side. The reason why these women and even men, because there are brothers who are raising their children, they get public assistance, contrary to popular belief. The assistance is for the children. When the child turns 18, the assistance gets cut off. So time is running out for the mother or the father of those children because as soon as the child turns 18, the last child turns 18, welfare gets cut off. Now, since you know this,
Speed warning.
many people like my mother, she prepared, what am I going to do? Because the last child is getting ready to turn 18. I want to say rest in peace to my mother.
Speed warning.
I just lost my mother last week. And if it's possible, I hope that she can rest in peace. But she only had a 6th grade education, but she was still very smart because she understood that once my mother understood that once that last child turned 18, it was over. But see, my mother, with a 6th grade education, began to prepare for that day. And she made it. She was smart. My mother did not have a college degree. She only had a 6th grade education, but she knew she had street smart, and she was wise enough, she knew how to play the system. There are many women, they are prostitutes now. They're selling their bodies, they're strippers. Some of these women are doing pornography now because they had no plan. They didn't know what to do once that child turned 18. They have no job skills. See? Disrespecting the time and not taking advantage of the opportunity because while those children was on welfare, you could have been going to vocational school or something, doing something to prepare yourself because public assistance, once that child turned 18, that's it. Now they will, as an adult, they will give you as an adult a certain amount of assistance, but not the kind of assistance you get when you have children. It's not the same. And even so, don't expect to live off of it because that's you got to take advantage of the time and the opportunity that you was given. What are we going to do? Are we going to continue to make bad decisions or keep doing the same thing that we've been doing for the last 100 years? At least the last 50. We believe in Allah, we believe in Jesus. We're spiritual, we decode everything. What is it doing for us? What is it doing for you? Really? I suggest, I'm not going to tell you to do nothing. I'm not trying to convert you to a religion or anything. Only thing I'm going to do is suggest and bring advice. And my advice and suggestion is, you got to stop doing what we've been doing. It's not working. It's not working, brothers and sisters. It's not. I know you love it. I know you think it's the way to go, but it's not working. And so, just like myself, when I did not take advantage of the time and the opportunities that I had, I suffered. I don't want to go through that again. It was not beautiful. It was not pretty. I got to look out for myself. I only have me. I don't have a mother. I don't have a father. I don't have sisters and brothers. I don't have nobody that's going to help me. I got to look out for myself. And we as a people, even if you do believe in God, you got to look at it. I got to take advantage. It can only depend on myself. What am I going to do? Is with you? That's beautiful. More help. If you got your mama, father, cousins, brothers, sisters, that's fine. Beautiful. But what if you don't get the help that you think? What if you don't have the opportunity you thought you had? There's a problem. In the natural world, in nature, animals that disrespect the time, animals that don't take advantage of opportunity, they starve to death, or they end up killed, they end up dead. Contrary to popular belief, you and I are no better. Make the right decisions, you might live. Make the wrong decisions, and you die. Simple as that. You can believe in the afterlife, and you can do that, and you better depend on that afterlife, because once this one is gone, you're through.
Speed warning.
So on that note, let me get out of here. And see, even while I was driving, I started off in the snow, and now it's dry and clear. Time and conditions change, just like that. And while I'm driving, I have to respond to the conditions. I cannot drive when it's raining and snowing the way I would when it's dry and sunny. You see people do it though. They end up crashed, smashed on the side of the road. They end up they cause accidents among other people. See? Oh wow, see? They cause accidents. They run into other people. That's what I mean. When you're trying to do the right thing, you got suckers on the road that'll crash into you, speeding when it's raining and snowing. And you trying to drive and do the right thing. So, those of us trying to do the right thing, remember, you gotta be careful, Because those who did not heed the call, those who decided to stay foolish, whatever you're doing, I'm telling you, keep it to yourself. Because they will remember you. Your neighbors will remember you. That's that guy that said, save water. That's that guy that said, save canned goods. Next thing you know, they'll be at your house. Because they hungry. And they willing to kill anybody to get your few cans of beans or whatever you got in your house.
Speed warning.
You will be a target for doing what's right.
In 2 miles, keep to the right on I-64 East.
All this pro-blackity-black stuff is guiding you wrong. Guiding you
Speed warning.
guiding us wrong. It's giving you some feel-good stuff and not preparing you for the worst. So that means your suffering is going to be very great, and the outcome can only be your extinction or death. If that's what we want, so be it. But it is natural to want to save your life. We are in a position to put ourselves in a better position. We're listening to the wrong leadership. Because they don't know, they really don't know what to do. They don't. They don't. On that note, let me get out of here. Another 20-minute video went an hour. I might be back later on this evening on a live stream, talk to us according to how I feel.
In a quarter of 9, to the right on I-64 East.
Or maybe tomorrow, if the time if time allows me to do that. Like I told you, I'm not guaranteed to be here, and that's why if I can talk, if I have something on my mind, let me get this off my chest, because it's not guaranteed. I'm not guaranteed life. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. None of us. Your children are not guaranteed tomorrow. How many of us, as older people, watch younger people go into the ground? How many grandmothers, grandfathers, watch your grandchildren go into the ground? And it's not always due to gang violence, murder. Young people die from diseases and car accidents and other stuff also. Some babies only live for a few minutes and they die right there in the hospital. So time is not guaranteed to nobody. As an older person who has experienced a lot in the blackity-black conscious community, I'm just sharing my experience. I'm sharing with you the lessons I learned so that you can do better and don't waste your time and fall into the hole that I fell into. Because you can do better. I want you to do better. You deserve better. Continue on this loser path that we're on. Don't complain, don't be shocked that you're a loser. That's all, folks. I'll catch y'all on the flip. Like I said, maybe later on this probably I don't know, 6 o'clock or something Central Time, or maybe I might just, maybe tomorrow afternoon. I catch y'all on the flip. Take care of yourself.
In a half mile.
Wash your hands.
I-255 US 15, and then keep to the right.
Watch the people that you're around that look like they sick. Take care of yourself. And you snubbed up 7 in the house on all 5,000. I wish us love, peace, and soul.